Okay, good morning. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 27th Annual National K-12 Ceramic Exhibition. This show began with a dream and a hope and was immediately validated by the response of the crowd. Nobody could believe what they were looking at. People routinely came into this room and said something like this. I just heard this, by the way, less than 30 seconds ago. Oh my God, kids made this? This is better than we have at home. And it is like that, and it's been like that from day one. Can you all hear me in the back?
Yes.
Yeah. If you can hear me, then I don't have to use this, and I don't like this, so I'll just try to project. But the other people, I think, will be using it. That initial response that we got so convinced us that this was worth continuing, that we needed to figure out a way to make it permanently sustainable, year after year. So our mindset was that of an institution, not of an event. And everything we've done for the past 27 years has been to grow the institution. We spent money on a website. We spent money on whatever we need to get here. These people behind me are our board of trustees. They don't get paid. We don't have an office. They don't get reimbursed for their expenses. They get here, for the most part, on their own dime. And those of us that taught in the public schools or teach in the public schools, I almost don't have to finish that sentence. You know that the school barely will let you out of the school. They're certainly not going to let you out for 4 days to come here and do this work and then pay your expenses so that you can come here. So the first thing I would like to do is to publicly thank this board of trustees for what they do to make this happen. The second thing I'd like to do is to ask, are there students in the room who are in this show?
Come on up.
We will bring you up in a moment because it'll be a little distracting, and I would like you to meet the juror, Lee Taylor Mickelson, who chose your work. We have 2 jurors here today, at least. There may be more. We have next year's juror. We like to be 4 years in advance, so our future jurors can come and see what they're getting themselves into and talk to their predecessors to see if it's necessary to quit and run for the hills. Luckily, the website that we have designed, if you know the name Pete Pinnell, Pete said our website was the best website he'd ever seen for adjudicating the show. I hope it still is. Everything we do here has got one goal, and that is to honor and showcase the best teachers and the best students in the United States every year. 9 out of 10 students who apply to this show do not get in. 9 out of 10. All of those students who do not get in get at least 1 letter, basically 2 letters from us, encouraging them to keep going. Ceramics is difficult. If you're not in a perfect environment, it's even more difficult. If you work your head off all year long for a couple of years in a poor environment, your chances of getting into this show are close to 0. It doesn't matter how much you know, it's just so hard. And no juror coming in is possibly ready for exactly what the reality is. This year we had 1,169 entries for 150 slots that are filled with this work. Those are bad odds. However, those kids get an experience, as you all know, you're here, that has got nothing to do with winning. Is Jack still here? Jack Troy was our juror a few years ago, and he wrote a piece that's in the ceramic, the Pennsylvania Journal, the current issue that's out, which he wrote to us and he wrote to the students when he was the juror. And he said to them, this feels like a competition, and it works like a competition, but it's not a competition like that. You're growing, you're becoming better. And he had a very poetic way of saying that even when you don't win, you win. And what your job to do is to make better. And I lost the quote in my head. It was quite elegant. And it let them know that winning in the show is not winning. You're winning. You're part of this. And the people who don't win continue to go. And they continue to thrive. And that's what we're here today to celebrate. So today's program is this. I'm going to mercifully stop talking. And I'm going to turn the microphone over to the people who are responsible for the various choices that we have here. I'm going to turn the mic over to Lee Taylor Mickelson, our juror. Where's Paul? Paul Wanless is next year's juror. Now, he also, years ago, created an award. Thank you. He created an award for students in this show out of his own pocket, for students who decorate, who work on surface decoration, which is one of his specialties. And he honors that by giving that award every year. So he's here. Lee will come up. When Lee is done, I will be asking, where's Julia Willis? Julia created the first time that a college decided that they were going to work with us intimately right at the beginning and give college scholarships to students based on the work in this show. The following year, she expanded the program. The following year, she expanded it again. And she's been rock solid with us ever since. So she will speak when Lee Taylor Mickelson is done talking about the show and whatever she wants to say. After she speaks, she'll turn the microphone over to Mark Zupan. Mark Zupan is the president of Alfred University. He's over here. Alfred University came on board, and I have to say that them coming on board was extremely valuable to us because a lot of our students want to go there and they want to go to KCAI. So having representatives from the colleges here is just wonderful for them and for everybody else. We'll turn this over to Dr. Zupan, who will run with whatever his program is. And when he's done, because where's Glenn Frick? Glenn right here was originally our shipping agent. Try to imagine this, if you will. 150 cases of work are coming from every school district around the United States, packed by teachers who, with no insult intended, barely know what they're doing about shipping. They used every shipping means at their disposal, like the post office, or DHL, or FedEx, or Podunk Shipping Company from God knows where America. And all that stuff began to arrive at our show, and we had to figure out what's broken, what didn't work, where's it coming from. This was crazy. So Lee Birmingham, our vice president and founding member, was tasked with the job of finding a shipping solution to the problem that we suffered every year. He found Glenn. Glenn became our shipping agent. When he began working with us as shipping agent and got along with us, and we loved him, he solved the shipping problems. And then he said, you know, I design websites too if you need anything. That's nice, Glenn. Why don't you take a look at our website and see if you can make it better? I think it's the most amazing website. It's not perfect yet. We're getting there. We do everything with annual iterations. The goal of this show is to be here when your children's children are here. We started with the idea that we need to be sustainable. We need to keep this alive forever. This cannot be done any other way. It's too much work. It's too much money. It's too full of the unknown. But if we do it year after year after year and stick to our guns and annually iterate towards improvement and the highest quality we can achieve, eventually we'll get better and better and better. And this is our 27th year staging this show, and Glenn now became the webmaster and the shipping agent. Well, he's a corporate president. He's not a potter. He's not a teacher. He just liked us. And we gave thanks for that and said, you know what, as a corporate president, our books are real easy. It's just us. It's just this. Would you become treasurer also? So he's our treasurer, and he's our webmaster, and he's our shipping agent. And if you think that that's a little bit of work, you're crazy. He puts thousands of hours a year, unpaid, to this show to make it happen because he does. I can't explain why. I don't care why, as long as he just keeps doing it. These other trustees are in the same category. They all work for nothing. When we call and we say we need something, usually one of them will say, I got that, and that's how it works. So that's this organization. This is the National K-12 Ceramic Exhibition Foundation. We accept all kinds of support. If any of you would like to donate, we take money. What we really like and what we founded ourselves on was the concept that we don't have the people nor the money to continually reach out for people and spend half of our time every year trying to raise money, because that's time consuming, and at the end of the year you spend the money for the cause and you're broke again. So we have a forever policy with K-12 play. It's the only way we can survive. We conceive of ourselves as an institution. Glenn's marching orders when he joined us was to make this exhibition turnkey sustainable, which we are. We can create the 28th show next year in Salt Lake City in about 15 minutes from the desk in the back, or anywhere in the world. That's what he's done. We are sustainable. We're ready for next year. Downstairs in the exhibition area are many companies whose logos are on our posters. Those people give us a minimum of $1,000 a year forever, on a handshake, forever. We don't have the time to go back to them every year and beg. We simply invoice them, and they send us their money. And that's how we stay alive. If you're in a nonprofit, that works, folks. So we have other levels below logo for less than 1,000, and we have many of those people. One of those people that we have is Erin Landers. Is she here? Erin last year came up to us, to Nancy Ernst, who's here. Nancy and her husband Kenny created the scholarship fund by themselves after working here and seeing what was going on. And Nancy showed up at my front door, knocked on the door, and said, here, we're on our way to a New Year's party, I can't stay, gave me an envelope. There was $10,000 in the envelope to make a dream come true, scholarship fund. Today we'll give out about $500,000 in scholarships for the kids on these tables. Oh my God. That is so far beyond what our dreams were when we created this. But it just keeps growing because people like you show up like now for whatever reason brought you here. And we aim to keep that going. So the people downstairs who are helping us forever. and we continue to pound for more. So if you know anybody who would like to join us, I'm almost done, would like to join us, we welcome you in. Founders level is what I said, and everything else below is fine. So this is our welcome to you. Thank you all for coming. At the end, we will have refreshments that will be available. They're protected right now, but they'll be available for you. Enjoy them. He paid for it himself. When we first had refreshments, we refused to buy them because at a convention center like this, 30 cookies were $250. And we said, we'll skip the cookies. Then Sika picked it up for a while, and when they couldn't do it, Glenn stepped up and did it himself. So, thank you very much for coming. I'm going to give this microphone to Lee Taylor Mickelson, our juror, and let her speak. When she's done, Julia will speak. When she's done, Dr. Zupan will speak. And again, thank you very much.
Thanks, Bob. I don't know if this is on or not. Okay. I'll be real quick because really all I want to say is that it was really hard to narrow down to what you see here on the tables because there's so many talented kids out there, which means that there's a lot of really talented teachers as well. And all of you teachers that are here, thank you for the dedication that you have toward your kids because it takes extra time and effort to get your kids' work here and also to teach them to do such wonderful work. So kudos to all of you and thanks for being here, and that's all I want to say.
Thank you, Lee. Julia?
I'm actually going to have our chair of our ceramics department at Kansas City Art Institute, Carrie Esser, give a little introduction, and then I will call out the awards.
Hi everybody, it's so great to be here. Thank you for this amazing exhibition. Thanks to the board, phenomenal work, and to the students. I mean, this is the way that we know that the future of ceramics is secure because we see so much great work out here and it's so varied, it's so diverse. And it really makes me feel like the future is bright. And thank you also to the teachers. And you all are clearly doing a remarkable job. As Julia said, I'm Carrie Esser. I am the Kathleen Collins Chair of Ceramics at KCAI. This is my 28th year. And I have two full-time colleagues, Casey Whittier and Paul Donnelly. And we also have a full-time tech, Tom Binger. So we have a really nice crew at KCAI. KCAI is, Kansas City Art Institute, is a four-year college of art and design. And so all of our concentration goes on to the undergraduate students. We accept majors beginning in the sophomore year, and they come in, take 3 full years of ceramics. They each have a dedicated workspace and then access to a lot of common areas. We have a whole building dedicated to ceramics. And to complement the ceramics concentration, students can take electives in a variety of fine art and design media. And they are also have the opportunity to have minors in entrepreneurship and sound and Asian studies and social practice. So it's a very community-oriented school within the ceramics area, as well as the school of about 750 people. Located in Kansas City, so it's an urban campus. At the same time, we have a really nice pastoral green area for our campus, and we are bordered by 2 museums, one of which is the Nelson Atkins. It has an encyclopedic collection, many historical and contemporary ceramics, as well as the Kemper Museum on the other side, contemporary art. Kansas City is a lover of ceramics. There are at least 4 wonderful community centers that are dedicated to ceramics. And our internship program sends students out to these fantastic community centers. There are quite a few ceramicists working full-time as professionals in the area, and our students also get to partake of professional opportunities with them through internships. So, you know, our school is only as good as the students that we are lucky enough to have come into our program. And this is such a perfect avenue. So Julia, I really want to thank you for everything you've done all these years. I'm just kind of a newcomer to this. I'm going to turn this over to you and let you do the honors.
Julia, I forgot to bring the kids up, so if you're here, please come up.
All of them?
If you don't mind.
Oh.
If I don't use the mic, can everyone hear me
No.
okay?
No.
Can't hear?
Okay, so this is so exciting. I'm going to start with, we are awarding 8 special scholarships and opportunities this year, 3 to juniors and 5 to seniors. So I'm going to start with the juniors. Our first is Yuri Jin, and if the student is here, if they want to come over. And if I'll hold on to the packet and we can make sure that you get it at the end. Oh, so Yuri is a junior at Idlewild, and Yuri will get a free scholarship to our pre-college art lab residency program this summer. It's a 2-week residency program on our campus. They will study ceramics majority of the time and have workshops in other areas. And then, if Yuri applies for fall 25 and is accepted, I'm sure they will get a minimum annual $25,000 KCAI merit-based scholarship. So, our next, actually this is a senior, let's just keep going. So, this is a junior. Denver, Wally, Whaley, thank you, from Juan Diego Catholic High School in Utah. Will also win a pre-college art lab scholarship, so all expenses paid this summer, just have to get to campus. And then, should they apply and be accepted for fall 25, they'll get a minimum $25,000 merit scholarship. So congratulations for you. Our next junior is Olivia, and please forgive me, correct me, Duarte?
Yes.
Awesome. And Olivia goes to Higley High School in Gilbert, Arizona, so Olivia will also receive that pre-college art lab scholarship for the summer and a minimum annual $25,000 merit scholarship starting in fall 25. Congratulations. Okay, now we're going to go on to our seniors. We're going to start with Izzy Varquez Paul. Forgive me if I did not pronounce that right. Elaine Clave is here. Congratulations, Elaine and Izzy. So Izzy is a senior from South Carolina Governor's School of Arts and Humanities in Greenville. And when Izzy is accepted for fall, which they will be, outstanding applicant, they will receive an annual $27,500 merit-based scholarship per year. Congratulations. Next senior is Lindsay Whalen from Houston, Texas. Lindsay's teacher here. So Lindsay will also, for fall 24, starting the semester, will receive an annual $27,500 annual merit-based scholarship. So congratulations, Lindsay. Next senior is Chloe Pelly from Stuart, Florida. Is Chloe here by chance, or Chloe's teacher? So Chloe is also a senior, will also receive an annual $27,500 scholarship per year, starting in fall 24. Congratulations, Chloe. And Chloe has been admitted to KCAI for fall. Next is Oliver Elwell. Is Oliver or Oliver's teacher here? Oliver has been admitted to KCAI for fall. Oliver's in Lawrence, Kansas, and Oliver is also going to win a $27,500 annual merit-based scholarship starting in fall 24. Congratulations, Oliver. Last but not least, Sky Flotter. Is Sky here by chance? Sky's teacher, Elaine, is here. So congratulations. Sky also a South Carolina Governor's School of Arts and Humanities student. Sky has been admitted to KCAI for fall. Sky is going to receive an annual $29,500 annual merit-based scholarship per year, which is one of our highest merit-based scholarships. So thank you so much, and congratulations to all of you.
I'd like to bring up Dr. Zupan from Alfred, and while he comes up, I'd like to remind you that a former NSECA president by the name of Val Cushing, whose picture is right here, was our juror, and it was he who said that the best work in this show is better than much of the graduate work in the United States. He said that back when we were in Indianapolis. We immediately, upon his passing, created a scholarship in his name, but we couldn't pay for it. We just had it on the books. And Dick Wukich, who was an Alfred graduate and a student of Val Cushing, said, I'll pay for it. And we had the first Val Cushing scholarship. When Dr. Zupan took over, we asked if he would please help us convert that $1,000 a year scholarship in the name of Val Cushing, paid for by Dick Wukich, into something more befitting of Alfred and Val Cushing. He did, and here he is.
Thank you, Bob. We're thrilled to be here. It takes your breath away to see the art in this room. Our mission at Alfred University can be boiled down to 5 words: helping students realize their purpose. Purpose has this happy medium. It's something that brings meaning and makes the world better off. And when you look at the artwork on these tables, you either overhear or you hear yourself saying, oh my God, that's amazing. These are students that are finding their purpose through their art, and they have bright futures ahead of them. But we're very honored to work with Bob Fetter and K-12 Play. When you have a chance to spend time with their board, these are people too that are living their purpose. People with purpose live longer, are healthier, mentally better off. So it's real important to be able to fulfill that mission. So we'd like to first thank Bob and his team, his board, for all that you do. It's been a pleasure to get to know you and to work with you. We've been doing this now for 7 years, and every year it's even more impressive what you put together. We have a number of people here from Alfred University. Matt Kelleher is our division head of ceramics. He's been doing a fabulous job. Emily Wu is a talented BFA student of ours, a social media savant from New Jersey. helps us with photography, and just been not just a marvelous artist, got a chance to see one of her exhibits recently, but she will go far in terms of being able to communicate effectively with technology. Then we have Tiffany Nolan, who's our graduate of arts and our fine arts admissions coordinator. Not here are our dean, Lauren Lake, and Maria Bentley, our assistant dean. We'd like to thank him in absentia. And Jonathan Kent, our enrollment management head. Melissa Van Winkle, who's wearing purple, is part of our advancement team. And Susan Kowalczyk, I saw her earlier, or Susan. If you haven't been to visit, we have a fabulous ceramic art museum in Alfred, courtesy of the 54 grad, an engineering grad who fell in love with art, Marlon Miller, when he was with us. Susan is the research coordinator, curator for that ceramic art museum. We're known as Silicon Valley, not Silicon Valley. Next year will be the 125th anniversary of the New York State College of Ceramics getting established. It was Plan B for the then administration. In the 1890s, we went through a rough period of time. We were one of 4 schools set up by the Seventh-day Baptists, and this was a group that established the colony of Rhode Island and the freedom of religion. The first political entity that had freedom of religion was Rhode Island. It took them 13 years to get approval from the then King of England because it was such a novel concept. We finally got approval, came to Rhode Island, kept going west to places like Alfred, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Nebraska. So our plan A in the 1890s was to become the flagship university of all the ones set up by the Seventh-day Baptists. And we would go to the synod, which was going to be held not on our campus, but at another campus, and make that pitch that we'll get the lion's share of the resources. It didn't go too well. So the then group had to come up with Plan B. And if you've ever watched the movie The Three Amigos, where they're about to be overrun, they ask themselves this question, what are we really good at? Well, we had a lot of clay deposits in the area. And that's the origin story. We appealed to then Governor Teddy Roosevelt. We currently receive roughly $10 million from the state of New York for our statutory college of ceramics. And it's been built up lovingly over the years on both the ceramic art as well as the ceramic and glass engineering science side of the house. We're in the process of building a state-of-the-art foundry on campus that will create even more crossover programs and hands-on learning opportunities for our students. It's been entirely funded by the SUNY Construction Fund and private philanthropy from our trustees. We've been so impressed with the quality of the artwork that this year we decided to commit more total scholarship dollars, spread over 9 student winners. In prior years it had been 5, so we've expanded it to 9. And all these awards are named after individuals that help build up the reputation of Alfred University in ceramics. So Matt's going to help me with these awards. Bob provided a great segue. We'd like to offer 1 full scholarship ride in honor of Val Cushing, past chairman of ceramic arts at our school, juror in 2004. Twice he was president of NCECA, and a man whose spirit and warmth spread across our community as a founding father. This full 4-year scholarship to Alfred fulfills our dream of extending his legacy each year through the hands and heart of one deserving young student whose work and deeds have earned them this honor. Val lived until 2013, was a functional potter and most passionate adherent to wheel-thrown utilitarian vessels. He received both his BFA and MFA from the New York State College of Ceramics. And then he also taught from 1956 to 1997 at his alma mater. So this year's full scholarship award goes to Miriam Wheeler, Food for Thought. She's an admitted student already at McKinleyville High School in California. And Jim, I don't know if her faculty member is here, but if she's not here, you could applaud her in that section. We have 2 awards, half-tuition scholarships in honor of Wally Higgins. Wally Higgins passed away in 2018, born in 1925. Began his career as a mold maker at Glidden Pottery. He was started at Alfred from 1940 to 1957. From a staff role, he ended up going on to become an associate professor at our New York State College of Ceramics, teaching design and mold making until his retirement in 1985. Didn't have a chance to meet Val Cushing, got to know his widow. I did get a chance to overlap for a few years with Wally Higgins. And just the most amazingly sweet guy. He was buried with military honors. He was one of the original Tuskegee Airmen. The 2 winners of the Wally Higgins Half-Tuition Scholarship Award. One is Olivia Schultz, 12th grader, play with My Emotions from Gahanna, Ohio. Is she here? And Charity White, her instructor, grew up in Columbus, so not too far away from Gahanna, so we'll look forward to getting her news. Let's applaud her in absentia. And then another 12th grader, Maya Reed, for Freedom Overturned, Desert Hills High School, Desert Hills, Utah, Brandon Barrett. Maya's been admitted already, so congratulations on the acceptance as well. 2 half-tuition scholarships in honor of Marian L. Fosdick, 1888 1973, an intrepid pioneering woman in the field of ceramic art at the time where her significant contributions as a ceramicist were underappreciated. Initially employed as instructor of drawing and design, and then professor of modeling and pottery at the New York State School of Clay, working in ceramics. She, along with Professor Binns, who started the school, and Clara Nelson, formulated the design curriculum of the early years of the school. An influential teacher at the New York State College of Ceramics until 1953. 2 winners, one 12th grader, Izzy Marquez Polk, subject, Greenville, South Carolina Governor's School for Arts and the Humanities. So congratulations. And then an 11th grader, Allison Bell, for Mouse and Aardvark Teapot, Maple Grove, Minnesota, and Chad Manders, the instructor. So congratulations. Two half-tuition scholarships in honor of Ted Randall, who started MC. 1914 to 1985, sculptor, vessel maker, and functional potter, was associated with Alfred for portions of 5 decades, from 1940 to 1980, first as an MFA grad student, and then a faculty member and administrator from 1951 to 1981. Ted exemplified the Alfred focus with his harmonious balancing between sculpture, vessels, and functional pottery. Led the school through its greatest expansion, becoming a full school of art and design, with majors offered in all areas of art. He was instrumental in the organization of several arts education groups, and again, the founder. The 2 winners, Chloe Kelly for Rose 3, Morton High School, Stuart, Florida, Kaylee O'Reilly. And then an amazing 9th grader, Yuhan Yang, for 2 people, R.J. Reynolds, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and Emily, handwriting's getting worse with years, but Emily's her instructor. Congratulations. The last 2 half-tuition scholarships in honor of William D. Perry, 1918-2004, is known for abstract slab-built sculptures, as well as experimentation with ceramics and other materials. He taught at the School of Art and Design, New York State College of Ceramics from 1963 until he retired in 1989. As a teacher, I'm an expediter, a facilitator, rather than an oracle on the source of the mysteries. I want to help establish a climate in which the student can try to create forms which will stand for mental images. In other words, to help externalize those relationships of form which constitutes culture. The two recipients, Jessica Spott, Yu from the Fine Arts Center in Greenville, South Carolina, Kelly Kay, her instructor. She's also been already accepted to our program. And another 12th grader, Amy Salazar, Growing Pain, from Channelview, Texas, Channelview High School, Charlotte Tarbell, her instructor. Congratulations. And we'll turn it over to Glenn. I just wish I'd met Glenn when I was about to take my first faculty job. Was living in Boston. First job was in LA. Didn't have much money, so had to figure out the cheapest way to ship stuff. The cheapest way at the time was the U.S. Postal Service, 37 boxes, of which 31 made it. And periodically, the scraps would show up in the mail like a ship that had been wrecked on a reef. The last of which came in a small envelope, and inside was a plastic bag with some torn up tax returns and a note saying, these were found at the bottom of the mail truck at the Mojave Desert Mail. We're sorry for the inconvenience. So, Glenn, I wish I'd known you.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you for the scholarships, the awards. Thank you, students. Thank you, teacher. There are refreshments on the back table. Thank you all for being here. Enjoy them. Enjoy the show. And see you next year.